Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Caleb, and this video is going to be a quick update of some of the new developments in the world of Crypto.com, which has been an ongoing supporter of this channel. So if you're unaware, this is Crypto.com. It's mainly an app to buy and sell cryptocurrencies and use a Crypto.com debit card to get cashback rewards in cryptocurrency. So if you want to get started with this, you can stake for the Ruby debit card here and get a $25 bonus if you use the coupon code Caleb. So I would encourage you to check that out. And now with that out of the way, let's talk about some of the news for Crypto.com. So news on the Crypto.com debit card, they now have a bonus cards reward where you can go shopping at different stores and get up to 10% cash back. So that, plus getting 100% back on Spotify, I would encourage you to give that a shot. There are just countless stores on here: American Eagle, Office Depot, Costco, Sam's Club, Mattress Firm, and so forth. So I want to talk about some of the cryptocurrencies that they've enabled for deposits and withdrawals. The first one being Galaxy. So this is Galaxy at galaxy.eco, which launched a chain with a crypto under the ticker GAL, and this is a BNB side chain. So you can scroll through their website to learn a little bit more about it. And the big thing with this is it's a credential Oracle engine and credential API. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, credentials, like username and password. I was confused, but I think that's just because I'm used to credentials with web development and because I'm an idiot. Really, it just is talking about credentials as in qualifications. So basically, it's a way you can gain qualifications or credentials that could potentially have real-world value. So let's say you wanted to create a resume, or on the flip side, you wanted to create some kind of curriculum and incentivize users to go through a curriculum to talk about some product you may have. You could use something like Galaxy. Think of this as crypto-related achievements. I think the idea is pretty cool, and here's an example: Learn and Earn, where here are the different things that you can do. So this was my first time seeing this galaxy.eco site. Overall, I think it's pretty cool, and I hope to see it more in the future. Seems like there's some good projects on there, and I wouldn't be surprised if it really takes off. Next up, Crypto.com brings Cryptocom Pay to all Shopify merchants, which is a pretty big deal. Shopify is huge, and if you do this, you'll enjoy 0% settlement fees for 1 month. And it looks like the ongoing fee is 0.5%. which is pretty good. So this will allow merchants to receive cryptocurrencies instantly from a growing global base of Crypto.com users. To provide further business incentive for Crypto.com Pay merchants, Crypto.com offers customers crypto cashback pay rewards, as we were talking about earlier, when they check out with the Chronos token, which can be up to 10% during the promotion periods. It's also available on other shopping platforms, so we have Shopify, WooCommerce, and then a couple of other ones I haven't heard of, but if you're into building shopping websites, then you might be familiar with these. And it's just an API, so this is actually the documentation. So there's kind of two sites I'd recommend looking at, depending on if you want to use Crypto.com Pay to buy stuff or sell stuff. So this is their front for buying. You know, if you want to shop at all these different websites using the Crypto.com Pay, then here's where you can see some of those shops or through the app. And then if you want to see more about being a merchant that accepts Crypto.com Pay, you can see that here. And you can go to the merchant's platform or set up a merchant account. And this is basically a way to resolve payments using cryptocurrency. And as mentioned, these are the same examples shown over in the documentation. So they have a step-by-step guide on how to integrate with Crypto.com Pay. And it's a step-by-step process for front-end only or front-end and back-end. And you can just scroll through this, go through the different steps. And obviously some development experience may be beneficial to you. Next up, I want to talk about another cryptocurrency that had deposits and withdrawals enabled, which is Wemix. I think that's how it's pronounced, but sorry if it's incorrect. But this is a gaming platform that has a lot of potential, and a lot of games have been built on top of it. Users just have to sign in with Google, create a wallet, and start playing. This cryptocurrency is ranked 219 and currently priced at $3.51. Now this is actually a token on the Clayton chain, so you can see this in the Clayton Explorer. So here's a little bit more if this is of interest to you, or if you want to look at that, you can go on here and type in Wemix and you will find that right here. So this is Clayton at Clayton Foundation. It's the metaverse blockchain for all. So if you want to build, work, or play in the metaverse, then this is for you. The Wemix token is built on top of this blockchain. So you can go to the developers tab if you want to learn more about building. Building for the metaverse doesn't have to be hard. It offers a seamless developer experience that's designed to help builders turn their big ideas into the next big thing. Basically, abstracting away some of the difficulties of developing for the metaverse. I think the massive selling point is if you go to About Clayton and then, just click that. Scrolling through this, you will find some of the features, including instant transactions, basically instant 1-second block finality, which is fairly instant in the blockchain world. So it allows for a high throughput of 4,000 transactions per second per chain. And they have this nested service chain with exponential scalability to easily support a metaverse-sized ecosystem. So my translation, I'm assuming, is if they're running out of space, they can add more chains. And you can see this in a cool way if you go back to the Scope Clayton website and go back to the homepage. You're on an extremely high block height and it updates very, very frequently. Overall, it seems like a pretty cool chain, worth keeping an eye on. We've talked a little bit about taking payments with cryptocurrency. I want to talk to you about a solution for that right now, and that is Alchemy Pay. And the reason I bring this up is because this is another one of the cryptocurrencies that Crypto.com has enabled for deposits and withdrawal, and that is the ACH token. So this is basically a system to allow for payments using cryptocurrency. And it also seems that they do some white label stuff, so this might be behind the scenes of some other software out there. Now, the withdrawn deposit that they enabled recently is for the BNB version, which is BEP20, which looks like they did earlier this year. But originally this was an Ethereum token, and I think that's still their primary thing. And it's an incentivizing utility token issued on the Ethereum blockchain, integral to the Alchemy Pay network. And this is basically going to incentivize people who use Alchemy Pay by reducing transaction fees and encouraging them to use the ACH token. So here's a little bit more of how this might work. You have, it looks like kind of like a Square device or a credit card reader, and this can be used to take payments in cryptocurrency. So here's a little video. Looks like they can choose the cryptocurrency, scan a QR code, and print a receipt. Seems pretty simple. Now I just decided to choose just a few of a ton of different things that the Cryptocom app and Crypto.com in general is working on. You can get all the information from their news stream, which I would recommend reading through occasionally because they have a lot of good stuff on there. So you can see that here. And the one that I specifically like to make sure I read through are these monthly updates that they post the following month. And this is where they basically summarize everything that they've worked on in the last month. And it's kind of insane the amount of stuff that they do. But, you know, there's a lot of good stuff in here. The one that I was kind of thinking about is these new deposits and withdrawals. So they often add new listings, but maybe later we'll add withdrawals to those listings or enable a new network for those listings if they're cross-chain. And these were the ones from April. So some of the ones we talked about today were from May, and I'm sure that they'll probably add some in June as well. So if you want to follow some of the newer cryptocurrencies, that's a great way to do it. You can just follow through their monthly updates to get an idea of what they're focusing on. And overall, it's pretty amazing. There's also some sections on here for different chains. So BEP20, ERC20, Chronos tokens, Polygon tokens. And there was something on here about tax as well, which, you know, sounds pretty boring. But I just wanted to call it out because I actually used Crypto.com tax for a specific use case that I needed. And I used this to aggregate some transactions and import it into TurboTax. But that's my update for today. Just kind of some various stuff I found interesting. Let me know if there's anything you would have liked to see me cover or would like to see me cover in upcoming updates. And stay tuned for the upcoming videos on this channel. We really appreciate you sticking around and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.